Good.
We caught Jakes with a big stretch.
Yeah, big stretch.
This is Dr. J, Professor Spike and Jake, streaming live from Long Island, New York, and Medellin, Colombia.
That's a beautiful piece of artwork behind you.
Yeah, Jake, I didn't know you could paint like that.
Yeah, neither did I. Neither did I.
Did you sign your name to it?
Yep. This is, there's a lot of things you don't know about me, Dr. J. I'm a very artistic guy.
I believe it. I mean, I've been watching Stissel lately, and the Netflix show. Well, I won't get into it.
I don't know.
It's an interesting show. Man is right more often than he's wrong. Just remember that.
Yep, tandem was moving.
And that's all it takes to be a winner in the stock market.
That's right. That's being right more often than being wrong.
That's right. That's all it takes to be a winner.
Right. What's it going to take to win this game? Well, if at the end we score more points, then we will win.
Jiggly, this is addressing you, Professor Spike.
Yeah, I know. Tandem is, it's one of those in and out because I actually bailed around 98. I make it back in again when it goes back below 100.
Oh, it's above 100 again?
Yeah, it's 102 right now.
That's the fever I had from the second vaccination.
Exactly.
0.8.
Well, I just looked at I had blood tests and my sugar was high, so I really should get into tandem.
Well, why don't you just not eat sugary stuff?
Wait, there's something wrong with the sound. Did you say something?
No, I didn't. Hey, Chris. Norman from Florida.
So, Jake, is that an apartment? Is this your place? Is this Airbnb?
I'm here for a week before I go to the coffee region, just like to the mountains.
I've been to the mountains.
Yeah.
He's been to the mountaintop.
Well, to the mountains. You know who's been to the mountaintop? That would be Arjun. He's been to the mountains.
Oh, yeah.
Literally to the mountaintop.
Arjun outdid Jake. Jake went to the middle of the volcano. Arjun went to the top. He can't climb Kilimanjaro. Jake,
Not the same.
Did you? Were you on the show when he was telling us about climbing Kilimanjaro?
I don't remember.
He also hint proposed to his girlfriend on the way up.
Wow.
Yeah, we're trying to spread the wealth. Everybody should be married.
Hint. Jake's not
responding. The water's fine.
What was that?
I said hint, and you're not responding to that one.
No, he's being shrewd.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said, actually.
Yeah.
What did you say?
You don't want me to say it again.
No, you don't want to hear it.
I'll just pretend.
You look too happy, and that smile on your face is way too big.
So, Jake, if it walks like a duck, and it talks like a duck, and it swims like a duck, and it flies like a duck, is it a duck?
It's a bird.
It's a bubble, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, who knows?
I know.
Well, we know what's going to happen. It's just a question of when.
Not only is the equity market a bubble, but so is the gold market, so is the bond market, so is the crypto market, so is the real estate market. We are in bubblicious territory, without a doubt. There's nothing you can buy that isn't in a bubble. Does that mean you should stay in cash? Of course not. Not all cash.
Right.
Well, you have to recognize that we are in a bubble. Now, the thing with bubbles is bubbles can last a long time before they burst. That's the number one thing that people have to realize with bubbles. So everything's in a bubble. There's no place really to hide. You don't want to be in cash because doesn't make you anything, and you're missing out on the bull in the meanwhile.
Once inflation becomes an issue, which it's not just yet.
Inflation will maybe rear its ugly head with the stimulus checks and minimum wage requirements going up. Maybe that will have an inflationary effect finally. We haven't witnessed inflation other than, where have we witnessed inflation? Price of houses, housing inflation,
Right.
and where else? Food inflation? Well, not so much.
Pharmaceuticals.
Pharmaceuticals.
You know, that's going to be big. It's a big part of the health expense, and just the fact that all of us are making money just knows that it's not going to be cheap for the consumer.
Well, there's a few areas of inflation. Most notably is housing. If you want to buy a house now,
Fruits and vegetables very soon.
with the flight out of the cities into the suburbs, getting away from the COVID areas, I think that's initiated it.
Well, and look, if that ends up putting the pressure on farms, then yeah, then the idea. Now, I'm going to ask the audience if they know of any reasonable fresh food plays that don't include Conagra. You know, because if we're talking about trends in the future,
Yeah.
somehow somebody's got some sort of lock on fresh foods.
Well, how about Tattoo Chef, something like that, which is a stock we could look at, where they're in every groceries freezer right now that you go shopping, and they're all veggie, vegan, and all healthy, organic ingredients.
Well, I would look for the suppliers of those places actually.
Well, so I like a company like Tattoo Chef for long-term growth.
Okay.
But I don't think it's an investment that's particularly attractive for the short-term trader, for the swing trader. It's been
Oh no, certainly not. No, we're talking about like
Chef. You know what its beta is? It has a ridiculously low beta compared to the S&P. It's like at a fractional beta.
really.
It's an extremely slow mover. So it's for somebody with patience and vision. I think down the road you can get 10, 15%, maybe even a year, with steady growth. Less volatility, but steady growth. I like that company. We never talk about it, but I like it.
No, we haven't really.
Yeah, so Spike, you're saying invest in food supplier.
Exactly.
Not any food supplier. It's
No,
special.
I mean, right, exactly. I mean, look, Conagra probably has the market on, has the market on, arable land where things can grow, but there have to be.
Remind me to chart PAVM.
Okay. But that's what I'm talking about, Jake. I'm just talking about, since we were talking about fresh water and we were talking about 3D printing, the question is, if we're going to start recognizing waves of the future. It seems to me we got the chip shortage, we got shortage in containers for shipping, and eventually we're going to have some form of food crisis, I imagine. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being too pessimistic. But I'm saying, if we start looking long term for those kind of things.
Food goes with your clean water.
Right.
Exactly.
My buddy and venture are really bullish on lab-grown meats.
What are you doing?
Lab-grown meats.
Oh, lab-grown.
Yeah, just the technology behind it. I think it's going to save everything once that becomes a mainstream deal.
Well, how about vegan meats? Tattoo Chef.
No, it's really not.
What about Soylent Corporation? Are they up and running yet?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Soylent, to be honest with you.
Well,
Soylent Green is people.
I think organic.
I want my meat, and I don't want to compromise. So the lab-grown meat, same thing. That's what I'm looking at.
Lab-grown meats are interesting.
Okay,
It's amazing that the conversation has turned into lab-grown meats.
Okay.
We started with the bubble and we ended with meat.
Hey, we try to do everything in this show, don't we?
Yeah.
Whoa. Here's another one that I have to chart.
Oh yeah. See, that's
He's asking us to do XXII. Some people are crowing about that fake tobacco actually working.
All right, we'll do that one too. I want to honor all requests today. Today is request honoring day.
It sounds good to me.
wow.
I've already given my opinions for the year.
Are we still long on GHSI?
I'm not.
You're not?
I'm out.
You're out? Wow.
Out.
Oh man.
I took my profits yesterday and I ran.
Is Linda still in?
Probably, but I went from 77 stocks to about 90, so it was ridiculous. I had to get out of things.
Wow.
So yesterday I got out of about 10 stocks.
That's a lot.
Well, now at least it's under 80 again.
Yeah, exactly. Not when you have 70 stocks on your.
I don't mind 50 to 60 is manageable, but when it goes above that, like I don't even know what I own anymore.
Yeah, it's too much.
That's when you find those gems. Hey, I didn't know I owned these.
It gets a little crazy. You're
So
writing.
you have a real fan who's telling me to shut the hell up and let you talk.
Are you writing these down, Professor Spike?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Pat and I have got the same philosophy. I've been trimming and getting out. I both. I even took a little of my favorite stock of the year. I took a little off the table.
Athesis? Which one?
No, Athesis I took off the table, yes. I took about 8% off the table.
Oh.
That's not a bit, I mean, still I got a tremendous amount. I took it off the table at 275.
Okay.
But, no big deal. Let it go to 10. I wouldn't miss what I took off the table because I'd be making so much money I wouldn't care. I just wanted to trim a little.
Wait, what's your pick of the year? DraftKings?
DraftKings, I did not take off the table, but my number 2 pick, DMTK, it went up too quick. I took more than 10% off the table.
Well, that took a nice jump, so you probably did okay for yourself there.
Look, I started buying at 15. I sold a little bit at 66. I'm allowed. I'm allowed.
Yeah.
And I still have a shipload of it. I'm loaded up with DMTK.
This is a good question.
You know how many Sorrento people are pissed at you, Jake?
Yeah.
Sorrento?
No.
Tell them do me a favor. Tell them I changed my mind. It's a fine company.
No, scam stock, terrible company. Right. He should be in jail. Think about Sorrento.
Oh, there we go.
Ponzi scheme. That's what I feel about it. Yeah, you know what? You should go to a real company like BioCris.
Oh.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, did you get the answer you wanted? And what about Ino? Ino is up today big time. You getting your puts out?
Yeah, well, I'm more bullish on Ino than I am Sorrento. But I'm not, I wouldn't go long on Ino.
Right. I know in the past you've shorted it on tops.
Yeah, no, I stopped doing that just because the market is just too crazy right now.
Yeah.
Right. But maybe it's a good time to short Ino or do some puts.
I'm not sure how big a pop it was. I know there was a pop this morning.
Yeah, Ada's also talking about. She's talking about Sorrento, and she's also talking about CCIV, Churchill.
Write these things down. I'm never going to remember them all.
No, I'm writing them. TGTX.
TGTX.
Yeah, that one we've been talking talking about for a little while.
Yeah, I'm in since 25. I don't know if you remember when I charted it at 25. The big text said, "Please chart it," and I did. And I said, "Oh, I gotta buy this." I bought it right after the show, and it hit 57 after the PDUFA approval of its cancer drug on last week, I think. So it's down $10 off of the approval, just like Renia came down after the approval, same thing.
Yeah.
But BCRX did not go down after its approval.
Nope. Hey, earnings is pretty close, right? It's in a couple weeks.
Dan, you almost did the same thing I did. That's because you watched this show, I guess. Ada's got a warning for us, for everybody. Here's her warning.
Yeah. But she's been banging the gong for that one for a couple of weeks now.
Yes.
It was really low. Well, when it took that first big jump. At least for us. He probably was in there before.
Jake was in and out of this one already, right, Jake?
Yeah. You know, every time it dips, you use buy.
Well, what are these guys buying, Churchill? Did they decide?
No, still a rumor.
Okay.
Yeah, still a rumor for Lucid.
And Novus, ITRM, RSLN, APRO. I'm going to go nuts.
I know, right? Well,
Professor Spike can't
fit the track record also.
Professor Spike can't fit all these names on the back of his envelope.
I know. I need a special sheet for this. Luckily, I was prepared this time. Because, like I said, I'll end up saying TGIF and FYI and TMI.
What is Sava doing?
What
is Sava doing today that Jiggly's getting plowed?
That's a good question. It's not.
I know. It was 48 pre-market.
Yeah, it's 44.25.
It's my target for getting back in is between 35 and 45. So it's already in my range.
I've been waiting for an opportunity to get back in or get in.
Yeah, I mean, Sava. Let's talk Sava a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need the chart to talk Sava. It's all about FDA minutes. They had a meeting with the FDA, and the question is, will the FDA consider early approval, breakthrough designation, all the good stuff? Will they not require a phase 3 study because the phase 2 results were compelling? If so, this thing goes back to 123 overnight, probably higher. So if you get news stemming from the FDA as to breakthrough designation, early approval, any words like that, this thing is going up through the roof.
Interesting. Yeah.
They apparently have the best drug between BIIB, Lilly, probably including Innovis, so it's hard to say. Their results are not out yet. And Anavex, what's Anavex symbol? ALVX. Those are the key players in the Alzheimer's drug arena. Now, I've been saying my top 2 picks are Sava and Innovis, and I'm sticking to that. I just don't know in what order. I like them better. But I own Innovis. I own a decent amount of Innovis. I own 0 Sava, having run it up from $8 all the way to 123. But I'm thinking it's time to nibble.
Nibble.
Yeah.
I went back in a little bit of 48, so I'm definitely.
So does the bubble in the stock market scare me? It scares me beyond more than you could imagine. But you have to be in it. It's not that you can't take the money and put it in the mattress. It's not going to make you any money. you can be more in cash than usual. So if I'm usually 10% in cash, I don't mind being 20 to 30% in cash. That's a lot. But, you know, betwixt and between selling and buying, I'm good with that. I don't have to be greedy. Also, it's making me less greedy in terms of speculative positions like CVM and WBO. I'm making huge money without speculating. I mean, I'm speculating, but speculative stocks that aren't binary plays. Why should I be in a binary play where I'm at risk of losing all my money? You see what I'm saying? The market is so good, you could be in any four-letter name and make 5 times your money. You don't have to take the risk of losing all, like you would with CVM and WBO.
Right.
Are you still in CVM?
Hardly. You know, I found that I knew I had a small position in one account, and then I looked at my wife's account the other day, and she has, I don't know how, but she has some. So I have a little CVM. Not too much.
That's still one of my biggest holds.
Really?
Yeah, you know, I'm waiting. Dr. J told me not to sell to 100, and that was a year ago. And
If it meets or beats 10%, you're going to have your 100.
Okay, there you go. I think the other thing about these kind of markets is you can't fall in love with a stock like CVM or Sava, because you know, if you get a buyout opportunity, take the money and run. I think one of the problems I had.
Cabinet guy, I heard from your brother from another mother. Cabinet guy's brother from another mother tweeted me. That would be Graham. Graham, you remember Graham? From Tennessee, I think. No, it was Tennessee. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Your brother from Tennessee, cabinet guy. Do I have it right? Cabinet guy, of course, is from the Green Mountain State, where his favorite senator is giving away stuff. Yeah, I have it right. Dr. J still remembers. I don't have the AD yet.
That's okay. Won't affect the long-term stuff anyway.
Can we put down
ZOM? I will, yeah, because there's been a lot of news on that one.
We're going to zoom, and also how about Jake's favorite stock, XPENG?
Which one?
Jake's favorite car maker, Chinese car maker, XPENG.
Oh, that deal, yeah.
That Jake likes almost as much as Sorrento.
Yeah. My top 3 favorite, right?
Yeah, speaking of which, your sister's doing great.
Right, CBAT. Yeah, I know. Sorrento, yeah. All
of them. MA is trying to tell me some words of wisdom. No chart for the other. All I can say to MA is shalom.
I was had a good run.
We're getting a lot of questions.
MA, did you watch Shtisel on Netflix? I'm in the middle of watching Shtisel.
I haven't seen that one either.
It's interesting, except I keep falling asleep and I don't know what's going on. The problem with watching it is it's got the subtitles, you know?
Well, ZOM is zooming.
Yeah, I used to be in that one.
What did they do?
What's that?
What did they do?
I knew that the Wall Street bets guys were gonna pump it, so I went in last week.
The Wall Street guys are a bunch of you know what they are.
You know, every week we should make a bet about what stock they're gonna pump next.
Right.
So, right, and play some insurance. You know.
Exactly.
It's like a lottery.
Because a couple of those ones that we were in, like Sava, got a nice push up, but then also got a nice push down.
Yeah.
My favorite stock right now, the 2 that I picked for the year, those are my 2 favorites. They're still odd. Nothing's changed. I like DraftKings. I think it'll be dull till maybe March. I think we're going to have a little, slow action on DraftKings. And DMTK, as it keeps getting new states come on board, Blue Cross Blue Shield of California, I think, came in, and they keep getting new insurance approvals. That thing is just going to take off. That is $100 stock, Jiggly. I've been buying it since 15. The doggone thing had beast-like behavior. DMTK. Beast-like behavior.
Yeah, I used to be in that one. When I was at 15. I was really bullish on it.
Oh, it's a tremendous, tremendous chart. Would people trust me if I tell them it's a tremendous chart so I can chart something else?
Well, we have a big list and not a whole lot of time.
The chart on DMTK is not straight up, but it's it's not a rocket ship up, but
that's your crow baby, because you've been in that early and it's been doing nothing but going up, up, up.
And according to Norman, it's still running today. I'm not sure what it's doing today. I looked early in the morning. I saw 66.
It's up 10% to 74.
Oh, gee whiz. I've got a real.
Which is even better than that after hours trade you did a couple days ago.
Dr. J has got the Midas touch.
Unbelievable.
Touch that DMTK.
You gotta. All right. Wow. Look at that.
You know something? I got the Midas touch, and I haven't bought gold in about 25 years.
Well, that's because everything else turns to gold.
Yeah.
So what do you need gold? What do you need gold for? I need gold because I can't turn anything into gold except gold.
Brooklyn has been trying to get me to buy gold for a couple of years now. Brooklyn.
Yeah. Well.
What name does she use on our show? Vixen something.
The Vibrant Vixen.
Vibrant Vixen. All right. Let's get a couple shots down NOVN. We'll start that one too. Why not?
All right. Well, it's on the list.
It's on the list.
Now we have.
Jack, you got any for the list? You got any for the list?
I'll probably like to look at GHSI, and then I gotta go. But by the way, in January, I called on these penny stock with
penny stocks.
Yeah.
I bought a couple of pennies myself. There's one penny stock that I owned that I thought was worth 0. Suddenly there's volume on it and it's worth 2 cents. I didn't even know I still owned it. I see it's got volume. I might buy more. I might add to my 40,000 shares, which I probably paid $1 for back then.
Right.
Let's start. We are going to chart.
Yeah, get rid of Cabinet Guy's comment, and we can start charting.
But the point is, we're in a bubble. I don't care what all these gurus say. It's different this time. You hear it all the time. It's different this time. It's not a bubble.
Yeah.
And you hear that. Selected stocks may be in a bubble, but not the whole market. That's bullshit. It's just the opposite. Selected stocks are not doing well. Everything else is going up. So all these gurus that are telling you it's not a bubble, they're lying to you. Dr. J does not lie. If it feels like a bubble and it acts like a bubble, it's a bubble.
Right.
It doesn't mean go and sell everything. Let's be clear about that. But we are in a bubble. And when you're in a bubble, you have to be what? Cautious. You have to be cautious. Now, you don't hide your head in the pillow, but you are cautious. You don't stuff all your money in the mattress, but you are cautious. And you have to be quick to react.
Yeah, nimble.
Yes, you have to be nimble. All right. So I want it to be everyone to be clear that Dr. J is saying we are in a bubble. It can last 6 months. It can last a year. I'm not saying it's going to crash tomorrow. So let's be clear about that as well. But I am calling for a huge crash when it happens, not just a correction. We had Kamal on the other day, and he was talking about a correction in March. Yeah, we might have a small correction along the way, even in a bubbly equities market, you can get a little correction. But the big when the bubble bursts, it will be big. It'll be like 87. It's not going to be 20%. It's going to be 40%. Huge, huge.
Yeah, do I want to announce that I bought more VIX today?
But no, I'm not saying it's tomorrow, Professor Spike.
No, I know, but I mean, I have the dollar cost average down.
Yeah,
So
my
the
goodness.
since January, since before January.
You realize we had like a 25% correction 2 years ago, and hardly anybody noticed.
40%.
Yeah,
How much
right.
was it?
Which one? Not the March one.
It's a
No,
lot.
2 years ago, the one that ended Christmas Day
Right.
of 2018. That was a 25% correction off the top.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and in some stocks, a lot more than that. And I'm saying when we correct on this particular bull market, it's going to be 40%, not 25, not 60 like it was. What was it? 87, 60? I think it was 60%, wasn't it?
It was a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't even think I was in that much then.
Mm.
Scared me
Well,
away for a lot of years, though.
You can make money on the way down.
Oh, that's true, especially with the options market.
Yeah, you have
The
to.
options market changed everything.
You have to. If you see you're in a bear market, you just say, "Screw it! I'm going to buy. I'm going to go short the S&P future. Be done with it."
Yeah, the VIX is nice.
The VIX. Well, you just go to the futures, mini futures,
Right.
whatever they're called.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
I'd say the first one should be ZOM because we've been getting a lot of discussion about
Let's
that
see
one.
that down, and then I got to drop.
Okay.
I'm curious.
Oh, let's do what Jake wants, JHSI.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I thought we were holding that with diamond hands and not selling any to the shorts.
I had a trim. This one looked like why not? I was up a quick 30%.
I just joined a party like a couple days ago. Come on,
I got out at 117.
Yeah, I got in at 107.
I got in the 70-cent area. 77 cents. Who knows? Something like that. I bought it a couple of times, or 3 times actually. I don't like to buy just once. You know that. I buy once, I buy again, I buy again.
Nibbles in, nibbles out.
The 9-day is really unbelievable, isn't it? The way it's following the 9-day. Unbelievable. And it came back down to touch the 9-day yesterday. Today is having a much more stable day. I prefer today's action to yesterday's action, with the bears and the bulls being equal, tug of war going on. So nothing, trading right smack in the middle of the range, yesterday's range. So I consider today just a pause in the action. And it should pick up the pace. It should continue this rally. I see no reason why it doesn't. I mean, it could certainly come back down to under $1 once again, to like 93.60. It likes Jake, this one likes the 9-day. So if it comes down to 93 cents, buy more. I see no reason to sell it. I might get back in.
Yeah.
I see no reason to sell it. Put it that way. I sold it for various reasons, not because it was the chart was making me sell it.
This is my Wall Street bet stock.
Oh, if it's a Wall Street bet stock, then sell it.
Yeah, right.
Change my mind.
Oh yeah.
Have they mentioned it?
No, but it smells like
Oh, as long as if they didn't mention it, what do you don't I don't like WSB.
You know,
Period.
I think
So
they're funny.
yeah.
They
So
made us a couple dollars on Saba, but that's it.
And B0X and CBM.
you have a very
Yeah.
positive trend line. You have a very positive trend line, but the only negative is the last touch of this trend line was back in February 3rd. That's not that long ago. It touched it at 71 cents. I bought probably that day, right in the middle of that trading range. And, I held it about 10 trading days. That's not bad for me.
Hmm.
All right.
That's what nimble means.
All right, guys, I gotta head out.
Very good seeing
Enjoy.
you. Stay well. And Jake, you want to do one weekend? We'll do a show? As you say,
Yeah, it could be a weekend.
you have more time on a weekend.
Yep.
All righty. Take care.
Enjoy.
Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.
Yeah.
IWM. This one has been unbelievable. On a tear. You don't have to be a genius. You just buy the small cap.
Russell.
Yeah, just buy the Russell. Probably a similar picture if you bought the, what is it, VBO? Vanderbilt. I don't remember the symbol. Small cap Vanderbilts. I think it's similar. I think it's VBO. VOO is the S&P 500. What a run going back to October. Tremendous run. Ooh. What a tear since October. The low was 151. We're up at 227 for an index fund. I mean, for an ETF. I just wanted to show that one, just that one. Let's do Zoom. Zoom. You know what I say about Zoom? Zoom, golly, golly, golly. Zoom, golly, golly. That's an old Israeli folk song, I think. Not sure what it is. I know I've heard it.
Now I was just looking this stock up. It does companion pets and services for companion pets.
Oh, is that what it does?
That's what I'm reading, if I read it right.
It's like Zoomedica. I got it. Zoomedica. Well, it had what looks like an exhaustion rally to me. You see these three big green candles with the big gaps? To me, that's an exhaustion rally. I would say it's going to give some back. You want to get in again, 207.
Makes sense.
I'm looking for a pullback on this one off the charts. What's next?
TRIL.
Trillium. I own a lot of that garbage. Everything that I picked, all five of them that I picked for my stocks of the year, I own a lot of. I decided to be true to my picking. You know what I mean?
I get you. I
loaded up on these five. I'm not happy with it, but I'm not unhappy. I'm probably about even on it from when I started buying it. Of course, this ran from like pennies, the year before.
We had been talking about it.
It came from Pennyland, and apparently it has very good signs. You know something? The chart is very nice right now. This is a great place to buy. I think after the show I add. I like the touches on this trend line. I think the trend line holds. I think we're going to get an upward rally on this one. I think we're starting a little bit of a bull run. So I kind of like what I see on the chart on Trillium. Chart, where are you going, chart? I told the chart I liked it.
You said you didn't know what to do with your money. Buy yourself a PC laptop.
I wanted to do that. And my wife started yelling at me. You don't need that.
Just pull it out of your sock.
How do I buy it without my wife screaming at me?
Go to Price Club.
Wow, isn't this a beautiful Zoom channel? I say, but wife, we made X amount of money today in the market. Can I buy a laptop? No. Can I bet $2 on the Derby horse? No. But I could bet $20 million in the market? Yes, that's okay.
Yeah, that's right. It's keeping you out of her hair for your retirement plan.
I just like this the way this is setting up to me. I think we're going to break north of this channel. I think we're going to get a move. We got to take out. We got to, of course, being a bull. I'm very bullish on this. One of the reasons is I have a large position in it. Right. Sometimes it influences my thinking. Let me make that clear.
I know, and me, I'm seeing a pennant everywhere, and I see that's a downward.
There's also very, very strong resistance just where I drew the line up here.
Yeah.
So it's got to get past 15.92 before this thing will really run. But if it does get past 15.92, go to your piggy bank, crack it open, and put it all on Trillium.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. If it stays in that channel, it beats out that channel.
Yes, you want it to stay on in this channel. Ideally, it stays in this channel all the way up past the 1594 level. If it does that, while you're only making $2.20 on the stock, the potential for it to run is huge.
Right.
So I like my pick. I'm not getting off of it. I'm not selling. I didn't sell a dime of this one. The only one of my top 5 that I sold a dime of was Dermatech because it went up too fast.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I felt it just got ahead of itself, which it turns out I was.
You want to chart that one before we go to FSR?
No, I'll tell you why. Because the chart says buy me, buy me, buy me.
Oh, I see.
Buy on dips,
buy
everything.
It's a big move.
You're going to 100. It's just a waste of time looking at it.
Gotcha.
What, FSR?
Yes. That was one of your babies months ago.
That one I own as well.
It took a hit. Well, look at this. Oh yeah, today. Look at what happened today.
Can we do a disclaimer that I own practically everything that I'm charting?
Yeah, right.
It might influence my opinion a little bit. And I try to stay objective, but I'm only human, right? And also, our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice. And furthermore, do your own due diligence, check with an advisor before acting on anything we have to say. Did I say it all?
I believe so.
No, I didn't. I said, please, there's one more thing. If you want to help us out, you want to be nice to us, Professor Spike and I would like you to subscribe if you haven't already.
Yes.
If you're watching this video and you like it, subscribe so you can watch it again. Tell your friends about us.
Exactly.
That's why you're helping us. And to support your show by subscribing. All right, now the high.
So you see that jump there today.
The high that we want to take out to behave like all the other automakers is 23.63. Do I think that's going to happen? Yes. I'm not sure it's going to happen on this little run, but I do think it's going to happen before the Ocean SUV is manufactured. Of course, that's not for another year and a half.
Now, I have a question about these kinds of things in terms of technical. When you see the jump in a day like this, what can you extrapolate or what can you even read in terms of fundamentals? Do you just go with the old trend or do you just say, what meaning do you take out of that big jump we took today?
It's definitely a significant jump because if you look at the chart, the old resistance was taken out, so it's very, very meaningful.
Gotcha.
From a technical point of view, it took out key resistance. a little higher.
Gotcha.
Very key resistance.
So we're at this kind of situation where you would say that the old ceiling is the new floor.
Well, especially if we manage to close where we're trading now, I would say there's a strong chance that you're correct. And if the old resistance is the new floor, that means it's got nowhere to go but up.
Mm-hmm.
Because the old high isn't far away. That $23 is in danger. If it manages a close right where it is extremely bullish for FSR. What's
we're on cause? Why don't we do RIDE? RIDE.
Is that one requested?
It's requested by Professor Spike.
Oh, okay, you're allowed. Oh, this is a beautiful, beautiful chart. I hope you're in this for a long time. I hope you've been in it since back in November.
I wasn't that long, but I've been in it for a little while.
I mean,
back then it was just a SPAC.
Gee, is this an EV maker?
Yes, this is Lordstown Motors. They're in the Midwest factory.
They're into the truck space.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, they're part of. If Workhorse gets the post office deal, then this will be where a lot of those trucks get manufactured.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, we took a hit today.
This is a chart that makes my mouth water. That takes out the old high today. This is so beautiful.
No, I mean it's at a low right now. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it dropped, but it took out the old high yesterday.
Right.
Beautiful looking chart, even with the drop. It's got
so if it maintains support on the 9-day, it'd be worth getting back in. Worth averaging back in.
Are you out of it?
No, I'm not out. I still got plenty of it.
Okay. It's a very good.
I think they're going to get the deal.
It's a very good pick. One of Professor Spike's better picks. Beautiful pick. Oh, double top you took out.
That's
you know how meaningful that is? Tremendously meaningful. I would say whatever it's waiting on, it's going to get it. Just the chart is optimistic.
Even if they don't get the Workhorse deal, they're a good factory, and so somebody's gonna use them.
The chart is telling you that. The chart is telling you that whatever the technical is, it's going to happen, or your favorite of happening. This has been a phenomenal, strong run within a strong run. It took off. It had a nice slope to begin with, and look at the new slope. And breaking through this strong resistance, even by a little bit, was significant. The close above it is required, however. So to really feel good about it would be a close above this resistance. But right now, it's at an excellent buying opportunity.
That's what I'm saying. We're down 3% on it.
I'm buying it right now before I forget. Am I allowed to do that?
You certainly are.
Because it just looks too good. I want to forget. I don't want to forget. Every once in a while, I buy something during the show, but not too often. This is one of them that I must buy. RIDE. I wanted to buy this way back, and I don't know how.
This was that diamond something SPAC.
I know it was in a SPAC. I almost bought it way back. For whatever reason, I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it was available in the mid-teens relatively recently.
Yeah.
I mean, like
how many tens of thousands should I buy?
Let's see. All right.
27.18 to 27.21.
Yeah, I guess anything in the 30s is a reasonable price.
My market order is fine.
Yeah, well,
I bought it already. The deed is done.
Yeah, no, I trimmed a little bit on one of those green candles. So
Now you understand why I keep going above 80 in the number of total stocks that I have. I see something like this, I go crazy.
And this has some fundamentals behind it.
Oh, I don't care. The chart is just too good. I can't pass this chart up.
A lot of people are asking for BCRX and CVM, our usuals. So we can do that.
CVM, as I said, nothing's changed in my thinking other than the market has changed. And the market is so good, I don't need to get rich and risk a lot on CVM. So that's the only
so, I mean, this was CVM was your baby for the longest time.
I made money on it. I started buying it at 3, so I can't complain. The shares I own now, they were bought at 3. If I sold tomorrow, I wouldn't be that unhappy.
Right. I mean, I remember, you got me in before year 11. I remember.
Yeah, you were in the single digits.
Yeah, I was. I got some in 9. I think I sold that much. I sold, but so my cost average is about where it is now. High teens, low 20s.
Well, that's too much. It shouldn't be up that high.
No, it's because I bailed on a lot of stuff. Believe me, I made.
Yeah. So you made. If you count all your ins and outs, it's probably in the low.
Oh yeah.
So this is nice. This is nice too. I mean, it's not as nice as the other chart, but it's nice.
I mean, it looks like a classic pennant here for sure. I mean, I know, like I said, my eyes keep finding them.
Well, we're on this very nice little uptrend, and it looks like we're holding that uptrend over the last 10 days, 7 days. So let's see what happens, where it goes. The data is still is what means everything.
Yeah. No, I mean that big green candle you see was the play that Jay was talking.
Then you buy in the middle. You buy in the middle of the body.
Right.
Exactly where it came back to the next day.
Exactly. And I did do that. And we were thinking whether or not this would be one of those swing plays again between 19 and 25, but it really looks like it's converging.
It looks to me like it's in an upward trend, and although a very, very slow mover, but in an upward trend. So I think you're right. I think it's going to hold this 20 plus area until data. I don't know how much more it's going to move up. It might make another pop. I don't think it's going to go to 40 again. That was a fluke.
That was
a
nice fluke, I would say.
Yeah,
I did catch it a little bit.
As for me, I've got not much left, but enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's for personally, because I've spread my risk around all over the place, and I'm doing well. The way on a daily basis, I'm doing very well. I don't need this to happen. If it happens, great. If it happens, wonderful. But it's not critical to me that it happens.
Okay, like I said, BCRX is our other BCRX, Sava, these kinds of things. In terms of what the requests are.
BCRX is in a downtrend, but today's candle might turn it around. I hope. Let's take a look at this. What I want to see out of BCRX is a further upward move before the close. If we do that, we'll have a nice little engulfing candle. Right now, we're just shy of that. The close today has to be greater than the open yesterday. And the open yesterday was 960. Right now it's trading at 957. So can it move up 3 more pennies before the close?
We'll cross our fingers.
I want to see it move up 4 more pennies. How's that?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to close today at 961. And that would make it an ideal place to add for even for a swing trade. So I think we haven't been in a very long downtrend, but we have been in a downtrend. This green candle should turn it around.
This again, this one I don't claim. I mean, I don't know how much this one was another one of those Wall Street bets affected stocks, because it didn't really take a massive swing. But again, that big green candle is around that same time.
The only time I like Wall Street bets is when they get on one of my stocks.
Right, which was the case for Sava, like we said.
But I will not jump on any of their recommendations ever.
No, certainly not. I don't even watch them.
No, I don't either.
So all right. So in terms of this one, maybe a trading range until some more news. Everybody, I mean, everybody is very.
No, I counted this the other day with Arjun. This don't you remember? This is going to hold. This 837, whatever it was. I think it was 837. This candle here, the bottom of this.
Oh, I see that one. Yeah,
it's going to hold.
So then would you get in now, or would you wait a little while?
I'm serious. If this closes 4 pennies higher, I buy today for a swing trade.
Yeah, no, I've been buying under 10 whenever it's dipping below 10.
I would buy today at 9. Let's say it closes 970. I'd buy at 970, and I would look for a $1 swing. Why not? It looks like it's more likely to make it than not. And then I would use the 50-day, which is the same as the low of the candle I drew, 837. Let's say I would risk. Hey, you got to give a little bit below that. So 810 would be the stop loss, and $11. Looking for 11 and change on the swing, or just hold it. It's not a bad time to enter.
Yeah, I know. I'm probably just gonna hold what I have, because I really do have plenty of this stuff. This is my biggest holding.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what my biggest holding is. Amazon, I guess, is my biggest holding, despite selling it off.
Right.
And then Athesis is still up there for biggest holding. I probably have too much Athesis.
I thought you said you bailed a bunch of that.
Not a bunch. I bailed about 8%.
Okay.
I mean, that's a bunch. Well, look at this. Look at where on trend again. We hit that trend line today.
Yeah. All right.
There's a lot. You can only say good things about this stock, fundamentally and technically. If it breaks 837, you could write it down. You might take another dip of another $1. What's this level down here? 688. I mean, there is risk. There's risk in everything, right? But minimal risk on this one. I think 837 holds. What other interesting ones?
CTXR?
CTXR, you got it. This is Mr. Fosco, right?
Yeah. That's Fosco, and somebody else also likes it.
Man.
Yeah.
Dr. J has been buying into this one. In fact, when I sold
Man's using the word volatile to describe it.
When I sold the ATHX, I bought some of this, and that didn't work out exactly great. But what are you going to do?
ATHX didn't make any kind of moves either.
It's made a tremendous move right up the trend line, beginning here, beginning 1231, from a low of 97 cents. That's a very nice move, 40%. You don't consider that nice?
No, I do. No, I thought you were talking about something else. No, I do. I mean, I think the second hit on the line was when we were told about it.
And then it's come down to this trend line a number of times. A couple of days ago, it was 120. And that was the last hit at 120. If it hits the trend line now, it'll hit it probably at around 125, 126, 128. Because, you know, as you move forward in time, you got the positive slope. So it doesn't, the trend line hit might come here at 127. Buy at the trend line. Why not? Trend line support is the story here.
Jiggly wants us to look at XXII because he's so proud of himself.
Jiggly picked a winner? How did that happen?
We were given this one a couple months ago.
Jiggly, you picked this one yourself, not Linda?
I think he got this one from Linda.
Linda must have given it to him.
We were given this one. This was the one with the tobacco-less tobacco or something.
That's something I seem to remember Jiggly telling Linda about this. It might be a Jiggly original. It's possible.
Danae says CTXR should run till April, but then might see a trial stop. So it might be just a swing play.
Maybe.
Since he mentioned that, I might as well put it out there.
Sure.
Yeah, this is 2022.
22 looks pretty good. The ammo is loaded in the 22. And it's running. I don't know. Probably it finally got that low top filter designation from the FDA that it was low, whatever it's called. What was Lucky Strikes? Lucky Strikes means finite tobacco. LSMFT. Finally got the LSMFT designation. Very good, Jiggly. Very nice chart. I'm not saying you should take any off the table because it's running. It's running. You know, who am I to say? It could continue to run for a while. I don't know what's causing this run, but it's a runner. It hit 428 and back down. Coming back to that 428. Very nice, Jiggly. I wouldn't run after it right now if I didn't own it, but I would hold it. Probably hold it if without taking anything off right now. The way it's running. I know the temptation is there to take something off. You can. It's never wrong to take a profit. It's up to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was a good score anyway.
Very nice pick.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm hearing a little bit more about CTXR from the gang. They're saying that the trial stop was because of good efficacy, not bad efficacy. That a potential trial stop would be because whatever they have is good.
You know, I'm so into the charts lately that I almost don't care about the fundamentals. Especially,
yeah, but if we're in the middle of a bubble and we're trying to decide which ones might hold out.
Well, the thing is, I'm in and out so quick that it doesn't really matter.
No, that nimbleness is really the way to go. Now, which one is this? This was A and right.
This one I've been loading the boat on this one. It was my pick.
The other play for AD.
It was my pick of the week on stockpicks.com.
This was yours because it was this one was yours because you picked it for the Alzheimer's, right?
ADPD.
Oh.
And I started buying it at $8. $8, $10, whatever. Don't quite remember. But I'm still buying. I did not catch the spike. I must have been sleeping or something when that happened.
Oh, yeah,
$35 spike. I missed that, or I would have sold some. Well, in any event, I haven't sold a single share of Innovis. I just keep adding, collecting formulating a nice position. As it goes up, I'm adding, less and less, but I'm still adding. I see no reason to stop adding. The chart looks fine.
Yeah, I know. It's worth nibbling and nibbling.
More than fine. It came back like it's supposed to middle of that green candle and then took off. It's tremendous.
Right, we got a little doji now, but
we have the support line drawn probably from before.
Mm-hmm.
The low of 1750. 1750 area is support. Resistance would be at the open of this candle here. 2275. I put the resistance. If it takes that out, it probably fly. Now, fundamentally, I believe it's expecting a data readout on a phase 2 study on its main drug, ADPD.
Right.
And that could happen. I'm not sure when. I think first quarter. I said.
Right. Most of these have been talking about being part of a cocktail with Biogen's product. I think that was sort of the lifeline they'd thrown to Biogen, is to say that maybe even if the news was only tepid, that as part of a cocktail, the Sava drug or this drug might actually make a really good cocktail.
I'm not sure that the Biogen drug is even going to get approved.
The last time you talked, you were pretty optimistic about that.
Yeah, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, we're not sure about everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have a couple of choices to end up with. We could.
I'm pretty sure that if it takes out 2294 with a close above 2294, that this stock is going to move.
It seems almost worth buying now, even. I mean, on that.
It's not far from being a runner. It's been a runner. It's not far from starting another run. Let's take a look at Sava. What the hell?
Okay.
I know we talked a lot about it. I said no need to chart it.
Exactly.
But we'll end the show with Sava. Unless
Jiggly was worried that it went below the offering price.
It did that with us too. Remember when we bought it at 10 and then went below 8?
Didn't they just do a new offering at 48?
I know about that, but it did the same thing when we bought it at 10.
It did, you're right. It offered around 8 and went below the 8. You're right.
Not a big deal. It often overshoots the offering. Nothing to worry about.
Okay.
This is a good place to buy. I mean, it's kind of like dangling below this low, but it's in the middle of the green candle pretty much. It's okay. You could buy it here. Or you could look for, my target was anywhere between 45, 35.
Well, so since I sold a bunch at 108, so I didn't feel bad buying some more back at 50.
I last sold at 123, so I nibble on a little Sava.
Yeah, Sean's saying he's staying away for now.
Well, one more, we wind up with the show with one more.
Well, if we want to give props to
you got it. I got the one more.
Okay.
This one's mine.
There we go. Okay, perfect. Perfect one to end with.
$32. I sold it at 67 the other day. I told Kamal I'm doing that. And I'm buying it back right on this upper trend line support. I might even buy it back now. What the hell? So just a little above it. Well, ideally, I would look for a little bit lower, $30.
Uh-huh.
All right, so I may not be too fussy about that. 31.91, $30. I might even get to $30 by end of day.
Well, I mean, based on some of the stuff we've been hearing, I know, there's never a sure thing in terms of the deal, but it's always worth looking at the fraction with this against Afria. Because
the Afri is going to have the same chart, though. If I chart it,
no, that's the whole point. Afria didn't take the same big swings because, like you said, they're still a little disconnected. So if you look at Afria, it's still a similar looking chart, but the swing percentage-wise isn't the same.
You can buy them both.
That's true.
Buy them both.
I'd say this one looks a little bit more attractive right this second.
I might just buy them both. And that's it for today because we've exceeded our 1 hour. In summary, what are we going to summarize? Bubble, yes.
Yes.
Buy AD drugs, yes. Buy EV sector, yes. By FSR, yes. By TGTX, I forgot this chart.
Oh, that's right. We forgot that one.
Yeah. What other things do we need to do? Can we summarize? Jiggly had a good one with XXII.
Yeah, indeed.
That's
yeah, and you're still bullish on DraftKings.
I love DraftKings. I love DMTK.
There we go.
Okay,
right,
so
guys, great weekend.
You too.
Profitable and healthy.
Dr. J is the man.
Yeah.
I am the man.
There's somebody who tagged themselves Dr. J the GOAT. And that's the one who yelled at me because I was interrupting you.
Now, 40% crash is in the cards, but don't worry because Dr. J will tell you when it's happening, when it starts. Nothing to worry about. I'll blow the whistle. Adios, amigo.
Yes, do that. Thank you.
Listen to that whistle. All right, so Linda gets bad marks because she wasn't here today. Vivan Vixen wasn't here today. They get bad marks. But Kat was here. Kat had the women represented today. Adios, amigos. Ciao. Until next week. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Where's my thumb?